Hello, welcome to this webisode. I'm Novalena, and today we're going to be discussing the key ingredient, and that is self-worth. So many of us don't know exactly what we're worth. So I always question things with people when they're making, $100 for an assignment or a project versus 500 or whatever their goal is. How much do you think that you are worth in this lifetime, in this moment? Are you worth $1 million? Are you worth a penny? Are you worth $500? What's your time worth? And owning that is what is the main ingredient that can help you just create the journey of success that I know you really want and you crave in your heart. Getting really clear on who you are. And in order to do that, you have to actually get inside of yourself a little bit. I share with thousands of people in my life that I'm coaching and training and leading in teams that you have to know who you are before you can begin to express what it is you want to create in this lifetime and in this world. And to be able to get there, you have to know who you are authentically. You have to know what motivates you. You have to know what values you have, what your purpose in life is, and to get really clear on those things, because then you can begin to see the worth that you have in this lifetime to do what it is you're meant here to do. So a lot of times that sounds like that's intangible or soft management or soft speak. And it actually just is a stepping stone into owning your confidence, because who is anyone else outside of you given the right to tell you how much you mean to your family, your friends, your loved ones, your community? Only you can own that right and truly live in it and step into those shoes. So the first step in self-worth, I mentioned it really briefly a couple seconds ago, is really getting clear on who you authentically are and how you show up. And so what does that look like? What does that mean? With probably over $250,000 in seminars and teachings and classes that I've invested my time into to get really clear on who I am, I want to give you some of the nuggets here and now so that you can use these moving forward in your life. And so part of that is really understanding how to actually utilize that really, really authentic voice, your intuition that comes up for you. A lot of times these opportunities and resources and people will come into your life in certain moments when you've thought of things that you want to achieve, when your vision and things that you're looking for are coming clearer. And so really taking some time to get clear on what it is in that moment you want to communicate. A lot of times we are very in the moment of to do, but what does it look like if you take a step back and actually just be in the now, in the moment, and ask yourself when an opportunity arises, what it is that you really truly want to do and how you want to move forward authentically. So who do you show up as, and expressing that in your walk and your talk every day. So for example, when I'm asked to take on a certain project, I've gotten very clear that my purpose in life, if I had to hone it down to 2 words, it's to inspire authenticity. So when something comes to my hands, an opportunity is presented in front of me, I really take some time to go, does this connect to who I am? Does this person, place, location, opportunity, travel, anything that's coming up for me, does this connect to what I'm here for? I want to be inspiring authenticity in everything I do, which is why I'm here today with you, to really get this to really help you get this for yourself, owning your worth and really showing up authentically. And so I always question those things when I'm moving through what it is I want to do and showing up. And only you owning your self-worth and knowing who you are with your purpose and your values and your vision, can you then own that in a way that is significant and will help you achieve the actions that you want to take moving forward. And so I know this might seem, pretty much like, some common sense speak, but sometimes if we're not in the practice of creating some daily habits on how to own our self-worth, then those things will fall to the wayside, and we'll let certain energies around us that won't serve us in the moment to move forward on a decision or move forward in a task or move forward in a vision that we've set for ourselves. So I really wanted to get clear on what that looks like around owning your worth. And you are the only person who's in charge of that. It's an inside out job, is what I share with people, is that you've got to go in before you can actually really express yourself outward in a way that is worth your value and your expression and in service of others. And so another thing that I wanted to share with you around owning your self-worth is one, authentically really understanding who you are, and then two, really having an unwavering faith in you and in your life and in your dreams and in the possibilities of what it is that you can become. Reading books by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, T. Harv Eker, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge, Ken Blanchard, some of my heroes, who have shared, specific models in how to actually really achieve your results. But the commonality in all of that is that you, the person, you, the energy, you, the entity of this world, you have to own yourself first. Before you can own that vision and before you can own that little step that you want to take to move forward, you have to own who you are. And that's only going to happen is if you have complete and total faith in yourself and belief in what you can do. And the other thing I want to share with you is that a practice that you can do in continuing to own your self-worth every day is when you don't have those moments of faith and when you are doubting yourself, is practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself in that moment for ever having that thought about yourself that you couldn't push forward. And surround yourself with people who are worthy of you so that when you are having some of those weak moments, they will remind you of your worth. Those are so key. And a couple of stories I want to highlight of people that you may know of in this lifetime or you've heard of, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, she was asked to change her name. She was asked to change her look. And she was given so many defeated opportunities and even fired from her first job as an anchor. But she didn't own that story about herself, and instead she owned one of higher abundance. And look at what she's created now. She's got her own network, that where we can plug in and find some of the most positive messages ever. And she's affecting lives not only in the United States, but in many different countries. You look at Abraham Lincoln, he was defeated over and over and over again, as many times as he ran for office. And, I think it was a 30-year career until he finally got voted in. And what amazing history has he created for us to look towards as an amazing leader. Michael Jordan, here's another example of someone who, was, basically kicked off his basketball team, probably had in high school like several amounts of shots he didn't make, but he kept going, owning his worth, focusing on his talents, showing up every day to live the story he wanted to create in his life about his worth and the possibilities of him doing great and amazing things. And look where he is today. I mean, these are just a couple of things, and I'm sure you have these people in your life you can look to remind you of your worth. And so I wanted to share that in a way that actually really hits home for you, because you are the only person who has your footprint in this lifetime. There is no other individual out there that is exactly like you, that has the beauty mark on your face, that has maybe, a shorter toe than the other, that has like the presence of what you have. There's only one you. And to me, that is absolutely inspiring and beautiful. And if you can own that, no matter what's happening, I know that you can create the things that you need in your life to move forward, to take action, to own the vision, to keep going, to keep this up, because self-worth is the main ingredient. It's the key ingredient in order to create all these different things for yourself. And so what I want you to do is hone into a practice that I do around self-worth, and that's creating a physical affirmation for yourself. And so the one thing that you can get into practice right now after you see this webisode, go in front of a mirror and look in that mirror and say, I approve of me, and really believe that, and celebrate your amazingness, and even anchor that in moments where you're feeling your worth. You're really owning it. Anchor it by celebrating yourself in your mind. It's okay. It's not an ego thing. It's actually helping you create the future that you want to have and live by design. And so own and celebrate those moments of clarity when you know that you're worth $2 million, $5 million, whatever that is for you. And do it by giving yourself a cup of coffee. Look in the mirror and say, I approve of me. Go share, your story with someone else to help inspire them to keep owning their self-worth. Take yourself out to the movie. That's a physical affirmation that you can give yourself with an actionable anchor. And so you need to have those action steps in order to own your worth. And so I hope that you got some nuggets from today. This is a collection of probably over 12 years of study and practice and things that I've done in my life, learning from people out there who are the masters. And in itself, showing me that I'm the master of myself. You're the master of yourself. Only you can own your worth. Only you can create the abundance that you want to see in your life. And when you leverage, the people around you who see what I see in you, who see what everyone else can see in you with regards to your worth, anything is possible. You have the power, and it's your presence, your authenticity, your faith, and your belief in who you are and what you can contribute in this lifetime. So thank you for being here for this webisode. Own your worth. I know you will create an abundant lifestyle with it.